Today's video wasn't supposed to look like this. I had a content day planned for yesterday, and what I was originally going to do, it had been on my mind to talk about being a strong woman, right? Who checks on the strong woman? Who cares for the strong woman? And just kind of what that feels like. But I guess it's very timely because my schedule got busy. I went to work yesterday, which was supposed to be my day off. Ended up being a wasted day because it wasn't a productive work day, and then I just lost my day and was trying to play catch up, and then I had plans that evening, so I couldn't film it. Here I am now because, like I said, my goal is to be consistent and to share the real process. As you can see, I'm in the parking lot. I'm actually out doing deliveries now. I'm working, so this video is being filmed in the midst of it. I don't even have on makeup. I didn't even do my edges today, and part of me was like, I don't want to film like this, but also, this is reality, right? Everything is not going to always be polished and prim and perfect before presentation. Here we are. Who checks on the strong woman? Who is the strong woman? The strong woman isn't necessarily the loudest, like the stereotypes would say. It's not necessarily the one it's not the loudest person. It won't even necessarily be a very aggressive person, right? The strong woman usually is the one that's one of the more quieter ones. The one that's holding everything together for everyone. The one that when things slip through the cracks, they're there to catch it or to prevent them from slipping through the cracks. And it makes me think about both of my grandmothers, right? The way they held things together. I don't know the ins and outs. I didn't have the privilege to know them as an adult woman. They both passed away when I was a teenager, but it makes me wonder what kind of things were they holding on their shoulders or on their backs. But they always made sure that we had family dinner. They always made sure all the grands were taken care of. You know, all those core memories that I have. What did it take for them to be able to implement and keep those things and to do it so lovingly? And who everyone depends on. The one that when someone is grieving, that they're always going to reach out and check on you. The one that you say, oh, I can call her, I can reach out to her, she's going to understand, she's going to be there, and you feel better. And I think that's a beautiful thing. How many of those women have someone like that for them? So if you're the strong woman, you're the one that holds things together. You're very competent, very reliable. And with that strength, sometimes people don't realize just how heavy the load is. So they don't check on you, or they may put more on you because it's like, oh, she can handle it because of the way you wear that strength. And then if you're good at carrying and juggling the things, people take for granted how heavy it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're smiling, but you're getting it done. You're showing up for others. You're getting it done. People don't realize that you're battling, you're grieving, you're stressed, or you're tired because you wear it well, right? I remember a quote years ago that said something along the lines of, don't think my crown isn't heavy just because I wear it well. And that's like what keeps coming to mind, right? It's a badge of honor to have the beauty and responsibilities. And we all are juggling different things, men, women, whatever. But I can only speak from my perspective, right? So what does it look like when that strong person says, you know what, I'm tired of being strong. I want to put some of these weights down. I want to sit them to the side. Or, hey, can you carry some of these weights? Sometimes that's not always well received because, hey, you've done it for so long. You've always done this. You've never asked for help. And sometimes that competency that we have, that we take on, or that's given to us, we don't ask for help. We haven't learned to ask for help. And then when we finally do find that voice and advocate for ourselves and say, hey, I need help, or I need to do less, it's normally not received well. Sometimes being capable, I think, makes people forget that you're human and you have limitations and you have a capacity that reaches this threshold. We live in a culture that celebrates strength. Strength is associated with success. Oh, I'm strong. I was able to do it. I overcame it. And yes, strength is important. Strength is good. But strength is not the only measure of success, right? What about support? What about softness? What about a regulated nervous system? Let's not forget, strong people still need encouragement. Strong people still need rest. Strong people still need support. If we put too much focus on just the strength alone, we forget about those other components that are needed for a whole person, for completeness, for community, right? There's something I've been seeing on social media says everybody wants a village, but nobody wants to be the villager, right? So if you think about that, think about you have one person in the village that's always the one doing the invites, doing the cooking, doing the nurturing, doing the, oh, let me help you out where you're weak. That one villager is going to say, I don't want to be in this village. Like, I'd rather be alone, right? And being alone, isolation is not the answer. The answer is everybody, we're all going to give, we're all going to receive. It has to be a balance of that. You can't be always on the receiving end. You can't always be on the giving end. And that's where that balance of strength comes out. Who's strong for the strong person when they need support? And being the strong one, the one that everyone can call on, is great. It does say a lot about you. But who do you call on when you need encouragement? Who does a strong one call on when they need support? Who does a strong one call on when they're having a rough day and they feel sad? Who makes space for that? Instead of just being dismissive and saying, oh, you're strong, you can handle it. Oh, I know you can do it. Don't worry about it. That's not the point, right? We all need a bouncing board sometimes. You need a space to relieve it, which is also why I'm a big proponent of therapy. So therapy girly, probably to the day I die. But that's the point with that. Yeah, that's the point. It's like, yes, I know I have it. No, I'm not trying to just make complaints, but they're still valid, right? I still need to make space for processing of all the things. Even further, not even just who do you call, who notices if you're struggling. Sometimes you can be so strong and be the rescuer for so many people that people don't even notice that you're not at your best. People don't even notice that you're hanging on by a thread. And that's what makes it really, really lonely. Because it's like you get so used to being strong that you're not used to asking for help or support. And so you don't even know where to begin when you need it. That just takes it that much further. So not only do people aren't noticing that you need the support that you need, but you don't know how to ask for it. And then if you ask for it, do they know how to show up for you in the same way that you need? You know, that's the question. And you need someone to check on you before you get to the point of falling apart, or like I say, like the point of no return. But being the reliable one, being the strong one, in reality, maybe strength isn't doing everything alone or doing all the hard things. Maybe strength is saying, hey, I'm not okay. I need help. Maybe strength is saying, this is as much as I can handle. I'm going to stop here. Maybe strength is learning that balance. Maybe all of the above, maybe none of the above, maybe some. I'm still figuring it out. But if you are the strong person in your family and you've been juggling things, I hope that someone checks on you. I hope that someone says, hey, you're not quite yourself. Or just someone just says, volunteers, let me do something for you to let you know I was thinking of you. And then, you know, maybe we all can make space and learn to be a little bit more mindful of our boundaries, our capacities. Learn to fill our cups before they're already depleted. I don't really have the answers today. It's just on my mind, and I didn't want to delay another video because I really want to show up regularly here on YouTube. So, yeah, I hope someone checks on you today. I'll leave it at